at 12, coming to you live on Politics and Business TV. Thank you for joining us at this time. You're watching news analysis live on Politics and Business Television. The headlines. This is News at 12, coming to you live on Politics and Business TV. Many thanks for joining us at this time. This is News Analysis, coming to you live on Politics and Business TV. The headlines. Now is the right time to end fuel subsidies. Billionaire Aliko Dangote tells federal government. United Nations General Assembly, United States commits $320 million to mortgages small medium enterprises in Nigeria and others. And Edo People's Democratic Party demands fresh collation as Labour Party Akpata alleges fraud. Details coming up shortly. Welcome back. I am Amina Idris. Now the news in full. The President and Chief Executive of Aliko Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, has called on the federal government to end fuel subsidies completely. He said the removal would help determine the actual petrol consumption in the country as he confirmed ownership of 2 oil blocks in the upstream sector with an expected production date of next month. Dangote also stated that fuel production from his $20 billion mega refinery in Lagos will help ease pressures on the naira. The refinery can refine 750,000 barrels of crude oil daily. Speaking in a 26-minute interview with Bloomberg Television in New York on Monday, monitored, Dangote said now is the right time to end fuel subsidies. Africa's wealthiest men further noted that ending petrol imports will have a huge upside in easing currency pressures. Dangote, who recalled the challenges faced after the project's launch in 2013, experiencing a 5-year delay due to issues with state governments and host communities and a running loan of $2.4 billion, said he is personally proud to achieve the feat. And in another development, the United States Chamber of Commerce has expressed willingness to invest approximately $320 million in mortgage refinancing and small and medium enterprises in Nigeria. This was disclosed in a statement issued by the spokesperson for Vice President Kashim Shettima, Mr. Stanley Nwocha. Ms. Nishal Biswa, Deputy Chief Executive Officer of the U.S. International Development Finance Corporation, made this known on Monday. The news agency of Nigeria reports that Biswa spoke at a U.S.-Nigeria Executive Business Roundtable hosted by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce as part of the ongoing 79th session of the United Nations. She explained that with a portfolio of $1 billion, the Chamber would invest $200 million in mortgage refinancing in Nigeria. Biswell emphasized that the American Chamber remains committed to working with Nigerians in developing and pursuing sustainable economic policies. In response, Vice President Shettima, who is leading the Nigerian delegation at the ongoing United Nations General Assembly, reiterated President Bola Tinubu's commitment to investor-friendly policies. And now on Edo poll, the People's Democratic Party on Monday officially rejected the Edo State governorship election results announced by the Independent National Electoral Commission and demanded an immediate review of the poll results by the electoral body. During a press conference in Abuja, acting national chairman PDP Umar Damagum called on Nigerians to support the party's rejection of the election results. The Independent National Electoral Commission announced on Sunday that Senator Monday Okpekolo of the All Progressive Congress won the Edo governorship election with 291,666 votes, defeating PDP's Asue Igodalo, who gathered 247,274 votes, and Labour Party's Olumide Akpata, who came third with 22,763 votes. Out of the 18 local government areas in the state, APC won 10, while PDP secured 8. Damagum claimed that PDP candidate Igadalo was the legitimate winner of the election and alleged that the election did not meet the necessary democratic standards. The PDP acting chairman stated that Edo people clearly selected Igadalo as their next governor and emphasized that only their will as expressed by the polling unit should be respected. This is news analysis coming to you live on Politics and Business Television. Still to come, passengers panic as plane windshield breaks in Abuja. Details coming up shortly. It's good to know you are still there and you're watching news analysis live on Politics and Business Television. We're moving to windshield breaks in Abuja as passengers were thrown into a panic mode on Monday as the windshield of an Embraer ERJ-145 aircraft operated by Air Peace was shattered in Abuja. As the aircraft landed at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja, the windshield reportedly shattered, sparking concerns for passengers and aviation workers who witnessed the development. Among the passengers on board was human rights advocate Omoyele Sowe, who was traveling to Abuja. One of the passengers at the airport who saw the incident, who identified herself simply as Fumi, revealed that it was a scary incident while expressing dissatisfaction with the airline for refusing to explain what exactly happened to the windshield at the spot of the incident. Attempt to speak with the Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection of the Nigerian Airspace Management Agency, Abdullahi Musa, was fruitless as he neither picked up his calls nor responded to text messages sent to him on the matter. When contacted, the spokesperson of the Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau, Bimbo Olajide, noted that the NCAA would be in the best position to respond to the incident. The Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau is charged with the duty of promoting transport safety and conducting objective and thorough investigations into transport accidents and incidents in Nigeria to identify the probable causes. Olajide said the NSIB is expected to investigate accidents and not incidents of that nature. Just in, a popular Nigerian Islamic singer Rukayat Gawat Uyefeso has passed away, sadly. She was well known for her captivating voice and religious music that resonated with many in the Muslim community. The news of her death was shared by popular Ilorin-based cleric Alpha Aribidesi at Saudi Islamic Dawa, his official Facebook page, on Tuesday morning. Further details surrounding her death have yet to be fully disclosed. Her loss is deeply felt among her fans and the broader Islamic music scene, with the news of her death widely shared. And now investigation into alleged economic sabotage in the petroleum sector by ad hoc committee separately set up by both the Senate and the House of Representatives in July have now settled for a joint probe session by both chambers. Disclosing this in a statement he signed yesterday, chairman of the Senate ad hoc committee and leader of the Senate, Senator Opeyemi Bamidele, APC Ekiti Central said as we return fully to the parliamentary sessions on Tuesday this week, the National Assembly will without ambiguity revisit a decision to decisively address challenges in the petroleum industry. Bamidele, who noted both chambers are expecting new medium-term expenditure framework and fiscal strategy paper from the executive, which are integral parts of yearly budget preparation. Consideration and approval said the consideration of MTEF occupies a prime place on the rung of our legislative agenda. Still, you're watching news analysis live on Politics and Business Television. In a statement issued by the spokesperson for Vice President Shettima, Mr. Stanley Unwocha, it was disclosed that at the ongoing United Nations General Assembly Chamber of Commerce, United Nations Chamber of Commerce commits $320 million to mortgage and small and medium businesses and others in Nigeria. Join us shortly as we go into details. United States Chamber of Commerce commits $320 million to mortgage financing small and medium enterprises and others in Nigeria. As Vice President Shettima assures of President Tinubu's dedication to investor-friendly nation, Nigeria's participation at the 79th session of the ongoing United Nations General Assembly recorded the first success on Monday as the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration commitment towards mortgage refinancing and women empowerment received the support of the United States Chamber of Commerce with a commitment of about $320 million. This is just as Vice President Kashim Shettima, who is leading the federal government's delegation and representing President Tinubu at this year's UNGA, has met with other members of the Nigeria's delegation to strategize on Nigeria's engagement in New York. At a U.S.-Nigeria Executive Business Roundtable hosted by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, Nisha Biswell of the American International Development Finance Corporation announced that with a portfolio of $1 billion, it was investing $200 million in mortgage refinancing in Nigeria. The sum of $100 million has been earmarked for FCMB to finance small and medium businesses in Nigeria with particular interest in women empowerment. The Chamber of Commerce also announced that $20 million has been approved for a firm, Robust International, for processing of cashew nuts in Nigeria. Biswa said the American Chamber remained committed to working with Nigerians in the development and pursuit of sustainable economic policies. Appreciating the gesture of the group, Vice President Shettima reiterated President Tinubu's commitment to investor-friendly policies. Let me invite Mr. Wale Joshua, as chartered accountant, who will be taking us through on this new development. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Wale Joshua.
Good afternoon. Nice having me today.
You're always welcome.
Yep.
I'll begin by asking, for months now, Nigeria economy has been in the decline. Do you consider this move by the US the best for them at the moment?
Anything that in Nigeria, any lifeline that Nigeria economy can get is really a good one and a plus. And getting the attention of international community of that regard, of that level, to investing in Nigerian economy is a good one and should be commendable. Apart from that, the fact that it will go down to the business community, the business ecosystem of Nigeria, it's a really good one. A mortgage loan means that people will be able to afford a good housing unit, whether office unit or residential, and it means that instead of having to invest at once, you have the opportunity of spreading the loan over a more friendly period of time with a considerably low interest rate. So having that speaks to the fact that Nigerian condition of living will be improved. Nigerian citizens' condition of living will be improved by the arrival of the loan. Signing an MOU and getting the MOU executed are two different things. We're looking at monitoring the MOU, monitoring the agreement in such a way that it will touch the life of the citizens, which has been addressed to solve their problem. And we have to commend the donor for giving us this opportunity, and even the federal government for reaching out to this agreement. We equally appeal to all parties to fulfill all their own part of the agreement.
Okay. How much effect do you think this will have on the Nigerian economy at the moment? That's if it comes to pass.
If it comes to pass, if it comes to fruition, it will have a great effect, a great impact on, first, the exchange rate, because anything that can bring the foreign exchange into the Nigerian economic space is a welcome development. It will ease the liquidity on the demands for foreign exchange, because it's coming from outside the country, and it's an income to the country in that regards. Apart from that, it will impact the living condition of the citizens by providing houses for the citizenry. Apart from providing houses, it will provide quality houses for the citizens, because I don't expect that the arrival of the loan will mean building shanties. It means building quality houses for the citizenry. And I believe that the donor must have considered eco-friendly projects like solar installation, like renewable energy, like the sustainability plans into this arrangement. That means that Nigeria is better off this, and we can, if we can push off the cost of rentage of the purchasing power demands or weight of individuals in Nigeria, we know that many other things will fall in place.
A huge weight has been lifted from the shoulders of Nigerians if this eventually come to pass.
Yeah.
So, moving on, can we categorize this move as part of the economic reform that this administration promises?
Well, it's a real part of it because the foreign policy of any administration is the foreign policy development of any administration is very key to the local development. So, and the renewed hope, the expansion of the economy, the development of standard of living is one. They form part of the campaign agenda of this current administration. Then, so it's a part. It's a part of the agreement fulfilled. And as well, we thank the donor for looking at the side of Nigeria, because we have many countries, both from Asia, Africa, and other parts of the country, the Caribbeans, who need this similar assistance. So for the government of Nigeria to attract this means that we have presented a template that is friendly to the donor to the donor condition. Apart from friendly to the donor condition, we have presented what is likely a friendly economic space to attract that investment. No investor, whether through grants or donation, we want to put his or her money into a project that is presumed to be a failure. So Nigeria is assuming a kind of dimension that speaks to the fact that the economy will have either prospect of rebouncing, or the indices are speaking to the fact that Nigeria economy will rebound later in the future. So it's a good one. It's a good score for the current administration. But we should not rest on our horse, believing that every other things are better. We should look at the Federal Mortgage Bank, other mortgage bank coming in to finance housing sector development in Nigeria. And we are looking at government coming in to bring in plans, to bring in urban and regional plans to fall in Nigerian geographical space. Because
Speaking of presenting a template, what is the update on Nigeria's security challenges? Did we not go to the UN with like we went to the UN with no security challenges at hand, knowing fully well that the country is facing a very terrific challenges when it comes to security? What is the update on that?
well, looking at that, the objective of going to the conference determines what will be placed on the table, and the caliber of people, the caliber of organizations expected to attend that conference will determine what will be placed on the table. I believe that the economic the team the team that went on board will have studied the bilateral teams, will have studied what they will meet there. You can't present security challenges to a set of economically inclined people. Rather, you present these to people.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Same with similar organization may not be obtainable. So I don't know what and which plans are on the desk in terms of the security architecture or security plans for similar organization. So if we have sealed a deal with that type of organization, we may not represent that plan again. So Nigeria is going through security challenge, a kind of security challenge which has affected the economy, has affected the social living, and has affected all spheres of livings in Nigeria.
Okay, due to time factor, we would love to stop here today. Thank you, Mr. Joshua, for always joining us on the program.
You are welcome.
And that has been Mr. Joshua, our a chartered accountant and tax administrator. Thank you for joining us. I am Idris Amina. Don't forget to always come back for more trending news on politics, business, and much more. Hit the subscribe button and like. Thank you very much. Bye for now.